Hello and welcome to another edition of Beer Reactions. I'm Jono.
And I'm Paul, and this week we're going to introduce you to another of our home crafted heroes.
Fantastic.
And this week we have a couple of beers sent to us by a guy called Andrew Lynch. Now Andrew Lynch is a follower of the show. He got in touch with us. He's a very keen amateur brewer. He lives in Ayrshire in Scotland,
so not too far from us, really.
Not too far away from us, and he's a very keen home brewer and also a keen motorcyclist as well. But Andrew is also a YouTuber, so he's done loads of videos about home brewing, and he has a really kind of professional looking setup. So if you are
better than us,
if you're a home brewer yourself and you're watching the show, definitely look Andrew up on YouTube, and we'll be providing some details for you to get in touch with Andrew via YouTube as well. And Andrew's latest video, he shows you how he takes you through the start to finish for brewing his Walter White IPA.
Walter White as in Breaking Bad.
As in Breaking Bad. Now just to warn you, he doesn't brew in a caravan, he doesn't brew in the Scud either. He's got all his clothes on, but that's probably just because he's in South West Scotland and not in the desert.
No, exactly.
So Andrew sent us 2 beers, thanks very much Andrew. What has he brought us?
He's brought us a bottle of Saison, which is 5.5%. I'll get my teeth in. This is a Pilsner, which is brewed with wheat, caramel, Munich malt. The hops in it are Styrian Goldings, but he puts honey in there as well.
Honey in there as well.
Wow.
Now, of course, a Saison is traditionally a Belgian beer, isn't it? So whether that's traditional for a Saison or not, I don't know. So if you know a little bit more about that, then get in touch with us via the comments and let us know.
It looks like the hops, the Styrian Golden hops, went in at flame out.
It looks like that from Andrew's recipe, and we'll share Andrew's recipes through the Facebook page as well, so have a look at those if you like. Now,
I don't know if there's anyone in before that, sort of like
it doesn't look like it from the recipe, so that would be quite unusual. So I wonder just how bitter or not that says.
Well, it'll be interesting to find out, won't it? Yeah. And the other one that Andrew sent us is a coconut milk porter.
That's this one here.
That's this one over here, and this is at 6% ABV. And this uses Golden Promise malt, brown malt. We've got Crystal Dark, chocolate malt, flaked oat, and Crystal Light. And we've got Cascade hops in there, and 150 grams of coconut milk.
It does, well, I don't know if that's coconut milk or coconut. I think it's coconut. I think it might be desiccated coconut.
Alright, okay.
But I could be wrong.
My mistake. Apologies.
But it looks like that's probably been added in the fermenter for a couple of days. So let us know about that, Andrew. Get in touch, let us know.
Okay.
So it looks pretty interesting. I mean, from looking at Andrew's YouTube videos, it does look like he's got a really professional setup. So I'm really looking forward to tasting these beers.
Indeed.
And seeing if the beer themselves sort of lives up to the kind of setup that Andrew has.
Well, I think they will, personally.
I think they will do.
Okay.
Shall we get pouring?
Let's get pouring.
Okay, just hold this up. Now, just before I open this, Andrew got in touch recently to say that this is carved up really well, so I'm expecting a good
genie.
So let's see. Oh, there is a wee genie there.
Yeah, a little bit of genie coming out, yeah, definitely.
Okay, so this is a coconut milk porter.
That looks good already, doesn't it?
That does look rather good, doesn't it? Pouring very well there.
Ooh.
And Andrew's right, that has carved up really, really well. And remember, this is 6% in this one.
It looks really interesting. That the head looks extremely good.
It's a really nice colour, that head, actually, and
it's almost like a sort of like a tan cream colour, isn't it?
It is. I was just about to say, a little bit like a coffee stout. It's got a bit of a kind of brownness to it. Lovely. Okay.
Indeed. Right.
That last little bit, Johnny.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, if you want.
As long as it's a little bit
just leave
possibly.
That. So let's smell at that then. Ooh, it's chocolatey.
You can definitely smell that chocolate, can't you?
There's definitely the coconut there, without a shadow of a doubt.
Do you know, that doesn't smell dissimilar to Colonel Custard's milk stout that we tasted in the Christmas show. So if you haven't caught up in the Christmas show,
hold that out to the camera so you can see that.
Colonel Custard Stout from Black Owl Brewery was our beer of the show for sure.
It was for the
was
Christmas
an absolute
beer.
cracker.
It was.
Yeah. And this doesn't.
But
smell
there's
too
definitely
similar.
coconut there. You definitely get that hit of coconut in the scent. I'm going to taste that.
You have to dive in.
Now that does taste the coconut. It's like
I can definitely taste that.
it's like a
coconut.
tropical stout. It's got that dark bitterness of a stout that you would expect to get from any stout. That sort of dark, burnt chocolate, coffee-ish. But then overriding that all the way through it is that tropical coconut. You can almost see the coconut leaves and the palm trees.
Do you know? For me, there's a smoothness to this, a beautiful smoothness to this beer.
There is, yeah.
And a milkiness. It very much is a milk porter stout, and that smoothness is hitting the top of my mouth, the roof of my mouth, and it's coating it with milky loveliness. It's absolutely delicious.
Now, can I just say that, Andrew, this is for you. I was actually a bit worried about this because I don't like coconut. Most things that have got coconut, I'm not a fan of, but that is absolutely superb. It's one thing with coconut in that I found I really like.
That is an
beautiful.
absolute belter.
It really is a nice way to turn a stout into something that almost has a tropical punch to it. By tropical, I mean the coconut as well.
That is absolutely beautiful.
What a superb idea.
The other stout that we had that we really liked was from Rickshaw.
Yeah.
And I can't remember exactly how much we scored Rickshaw, but it was about 9, I think, wasn't it? But I mean, for me, that is as good as
that is really good.
Rick's coffee
I love
stout.
the idea of the coconut in there.
I think actually, I'm looking for another brew to do myself, and I think I might be tempted to give this a go. This is an absolute cracker, Andrew.
It'll never match this.
It probably won't. Brilliant. That is an
great.
absolute cracker. Should we put that to the side and try the Saison?
Try the other one? Yeah, okay.
Great.
So the Saison then, it's 5.5%. It's got various malts in it: Pilsner wheat, Cara Munich malt. It's made with Styrian Goldings, which goes in at flame out by the looks of it. But he also adds honey to this. So let's.
Really interested in this one.
Yeah. Shall we give it a go?
If it's anywhere near as good as the coconut milk porter, then it's going to be a cracker.
Ooh, look at that genie coming out there.
Oh,
look at that.
You can see that CO2 rising.
That
in the
is
bottle.
really well conditioned.
You can see that's a bottle conditioned beer. You can see the yeast that's settled.
You can see
on
the
bottom
bubbles
there.
coming up in the bottle there. That is
Absolutely
incredible.
cracking. Absolutely cracking.
Right, are you ready?
Let's get pouring. Now, of course, we've had another. Oh, look, beautiful. I don't know how you got that filled so close to the top, Andrew. Now, we've had another Saison on the show, haven't we? A home crafted hero beer, which was from Red Dog Brewery.
Red Dog.
What was the name of the chap that ran Red Dog Brewery? Oh, I'm really sorry. Oh, look at the clarity in that. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh, you mean Shawno?
Shawno, that's who I'm thinking about.
I was trying to think. No, I don't think it was a Saison, was it?
Was it not a Saison? No.
It was a Belgian.
It was a Belgian beer, wasn't it? I think what I'm thinking of is we've got a Saison from...
Called it the Melrose Monk.
That's right. I think we do have a Saison from a home brewer in Inverness.
That's right, we do. We'll get round to that. We've got a few home crafted heroes lined up now. Thank you to everybody that sent us beers. It's wonderful to see so many people have got this enthusiasm for creating homebrew. Oh, the clarity!
Andrew, the clarity is absolutely fantastic, absolutely superb. Now, I think there was finings in here, and I think it probably was Irish moss from memory.
As in the boil?
Yeah, yep, at the end of the boil, I think. Or the last 5 or 10 minutes or something.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's give that a sniff.
Oh yeah. Now I think Andrew uses hops from Cross Maloof.
Okay.
So not hops.
The yeast from
Crossmanloaf, which is quite popular. Okay, that's a cracker.
Now there's a green, a leafy green smell to that.
Yes,
you know when you crush up, if you pick leaves off a tree in summer and you crush them up, it's got very much a leafiness to it, and I can't work out what it is. It's almost like apple tree leaves.
Gooseberry or
something that's got malic acid in it.
Or rhubarb or something like that.
Yeah. That's it. It's gooseberries, isn't it?
Gooseberries. Let's give this a try. Oh, that is absolutely cracking.
Do you know what that reminds me of? This one.
Yes, yeah. I mean, well, Saison's it's a Belgian beer. Yeah. You would expect it to taste like this.
It has got an appley, it's a very slight appley aftertaste to it, which I think is really delicate. It's a delicate flavour on top of that sweet maltiness and that very slight hoppiness you get that gives it a slight floral bitterness at the end.
There's a floralness there, there's a maltiness there, and that kind of Belgian flavour really comes through.
That combined with that sort of leafy sort of aroma at the same time, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
One of the things I'll say about both of these beers, Andrew, is that 5.5% for the Saison, 6% for the coconut milk porter. You cannot taste the alcohol in these at all whatsoever, and that is a great thing. That is a sign of something that is very, very well brewed. So
that is that's a quality beer. Personally, and this is no detriment to either person, I prefer this one to the coconut thing, but that's purely because I'm not a big fan of coconut. As much as I really like that, I prefer this because I'm more of that sort of.
I think I'm going to say I like the coconut milk porter.
Yeah,
a little bit better. But I love both of these beers, and I would be happy to drink 2 or 3 pints of either of these beers, probably at any time of the day.
Are you asking him to send us some more? Is that what you were?
Yes, please. So, I mean, we're going to have to give Andrew a score, but it's going to be pretty difficult to give Andrew anything less than almost full marks, because these are both cracking beers.
You can't argue with clarity of that, can you?
So for me, I think, Andrew, what you've showed us is 2 very different beers brewed extremely well, and it shows to us that you are
an expert,
an amateur brewer at the very top of your game. So for me, I think I'm going to have to give this a 9.5. I think.
Well, like I did with the with last week's beer, I think I'm going to give these a 10.
Bloomin' heck, Andrew, that is quite astonishing. That is a fantastic score as a home brewer, and you should be very, very proud.
Ultimately, I mean, you cannot get better than that.
Cannot.
I don't care where you could go. There's no pub tap room, there's no brewery tap room anywhere that you're going to get a beer that's any better than either of these two we've tried today.
Great beers.
That to me is a sign of absolute expertise and quality.
Do you know, we've got 3, 4, maybe 5. I think maybe 5 home beers, home crafted beers lined up, ready to taste in the episodes coming up. And guys, if you're behind Andrew, you're going to have to punch pretty hard. So if you think that you
can do better,
than Andrew, then get in touch with us.
But even if not, even if you're just starting out, it's really worth sending them in so we can have a taste and give you some feedback on what you're doing.
I mean, one of the things that's really interesting for me as a home brewer is, and my home brew is not as good as Andrew's, nor is it as good as Rick or Shauno's that we've tasted thus far.
No, mine either.
I'm really going to up my game from now on.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, well done, Andrew.
Well done. Fantastic. Thank you for sending that. Both these beers have been absolutely superb.
And remember, if you're out there watching the show, then remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel and
follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.
Brilliant. Okay.
Slange.